for joining us tonight on this Eagle News and Entertainment Update. Reporting from the Sanford Hall Studios on the campus of Georgia Southern University, I'm Christina Gentile. In local news, we've gotten used to seeing a line of cars backed up in the middle of a 4-lane highway while people wait for Zaxby's Chicken Fingers. But now, Statesboro and Georgia Southern have a second Zaxby's restaurant located right in the heart of the university campus. A second location opened this week here in the borough, and we have local reactions.
It's kind of like a rebirth, I guess you could say. It's going to be, I think it'll be good because it used up that lot, which wasn't being really used for parking of any sorts. So I think the new Zaxby's is a great change for that area. And then in addition to the College Plaza or University Plaza being bought up, I think it'll be an even better move for Zaxby's. And we need another Zaxby's, so that's good. I don't even like Zaxby's, but
I think that it's really going to take away the traffic from the Fair Road Zaxby's, and I think it's going to be a great location for people who live on campus to just come by, grab something to eat whenever they feel like it. And we're going to be open later too, so you guys should come check that out.
I'm excited for the new Zaxby's. I hope that there's no traffic accidents because that place is not built well for cars, even though they do have a drive-through. I am going to be the first customer.
I'm happy that the Zaxby's is being open, but I think it's going to create a lot of traffic on that street in front of all the dorms. And it might not be safe for kids to be walking from the dorms to campus.
The new Zaxby's is great. I didn't know it was already open, so I drove by it this morning and I got really excited because there's a lot of people there getting breakfast and getting lunch, and I think it'll definitely it'll be a benefit to the traffic on Fair Road. I think that has been a hazard to traffic in Statesboro, so the second Zaxby's location will help with that traffic and also be closer to students. People can walk there. It's right by Centennial, the dorm, so I think it's a good asset to our community, and I look forward to going for my first time.
For the time being, police vehicles are monitoring the traffic through each evening coming in and out of the new Zaxby's. In state news, a Georgia business owner is on the lookout for her rooster. It's 10 feet tall, weighs 300 pounds, and is made of scrap metal. Now, the business owner fears her bird may have been destroyed. Mike Paluska reports.
Everybody in the community has heard or seen something and will let us know so that we can get the rooster back in its rightful place.
Bonnie Harris paid $3,000 to local artists in Athens to design and build
Rocket the Rusty Rooster.
A rooster that is the symbol of her business.
That was a huge chunk of my advertising budget to try and get some attention for my business.
Sometime after 9:30 Friday night and 8 a.m. Saturday morning, Harris says calculated crooks chopped the fowl off at his feet and loaded the 300-pound rooster onto a truck.
Somebody had to work pretty hard to get him out of the ground and to hide a 10-foot rooster going down the road.
Harris's art business has only been open for 4 months. The rooster was only out for 2 weeks. Saturday morning, it was set to be welded on top of this 15-foot platform. Harris says that was to make it more visible and harder to steal. Now she hopes it hasn't been destroyed for scrap.
I hope it's somebody who recognized, hey, this is a really cool piece of art, and they took it impulsively and would see this and bring it back. However, I know I can't rely on the integrity of a thief.
Thanks, Mike. And just about an hour up the road, protesters in suburban Atlanta decided to target popular Sunday brunch restaurants. They are angry over last week's police shooting of an unarmed black man at his workplace. The group says they wanted their message heard in the majority white areas near the shooting. Some people said the message was good, but the delivery was wrong. Jessica Jacklois talked to the organizers.
White violence is white violence. We must lead toward no way.
This video shot by a member of Shut It Down Georgia shows the manager of another Broken Egg Cafe in Cobb County trying to stop the protesters from interrupting their brunch service. The manager said one customer left with a crying child and 2 tables left without paying their bills.
I think that's their fault that they left without paying. I mean, if I felt disrupted at a restaurant, I would never walk out and not pay.
Reed Goldman says he and 20 other protesters chose the restaurant's Another Broken Egg Cafe Paces and Vine, and Canoe because they're popular brunch spots with a majority white clientele. He also says they're near to where a Smyrna police officer fatally shot 23-year-old Nicholas Thomas on Tuesday. Smyrna and Cobb police officers tried to arrest Thomas for parole violations when investigators say he started driving toward them in a Maserati that did not belong to him.
We just want to wake them up to see that black people do die and they are killed by police. And white privilege gives you the option to kind of ignore that.
The manager at Paces and Vine says that message was lost and they finally had to call police, although no one was arrested.
We try to respect everyone as much as possible, and we just appreciate it when people take as much consideration and respect of us and our time. Maybe in the middle of our brunch service was not the proper time and place.
Members of the organization say they're going to continue to target spots like these until they say they see change. Reporting in Cobb County, I'm Jessica Jaglois, Channel 2 Action News.
Thanks, Jessica. And in entertainment news, the next Jon Stewart is Trevor Noah. Americans are scratching their heads over the comedian just designated to take over The Daily Show when Stewart retires. CNN's Gene Moose reports on the man behind the jokes.
He went from rookie contributor, Mr. Trevor Noah, to host of The Daily Show.
Can I ask you a question?
The question being asked is, who? Trevor Noah, or is it Noah Trevor? No, it's Trevor Noah. Anyway, he's a 31-year-old comedian from South Africa and has graced the covers of South African editions of GQ and Rolling Stone. He jokes about his mixed race. His mom is a black South African. His dad is a white Swiss German.
And my dad was also, well, you know how the Swiss love chocolate, you know, so he was just...
Mixed unions weren't allowed under the old apartheid policy.
Then they had me, which was illegal, so I was born a crime.
To audiences abroad, he's joked about Americans.
They don't know much about Africa as a whole. Most of them don't know much about anything, but still, like...
And when he did 3 segments on The Daily Show recently, the laughter was underwhelming. Reaction to word that he'd been named host ranged from Trevor Noah is kinda smoking hot to excellent dimples to so they couldn't find an American for the job? That's pretty sad. One thing Noah will have no trouble doing on The Daily Show, accents. From American
Have you been in contact with Ebola?
to Middle Eastern
You probably want to check that gentleman over there.
to what he called crazy guy.
Ask me why.
Even what he described as Black Hitler.
Und ein Pepsi-Cola trinken.
And an Oprah-esque imitation pegged to her African school.
You're getting a beating! You're getting a beating! Everybody's getting a beating!
Eventually, he'll be beating up on the media when, say,
I'm sorry.
a weatherman finds a hanger he left in his suit. At least Trevor Noah's no empty suit. Ginny Mo, CNN.
Guy looks at me, he's like, so you're a comedian? Yeah, he's like, you don't look funny.
New York.
Thanks for joining us on this Eagle News and Entertainment Update. From all of us here at E&E, have a great night.